world sees when they look at even just Christianity in general, but Catholicism especially, and what young people see, they just see a bunch of rules. They seem to just see a bunch of rules, no relationship, it's very dry. I think we can all like fall into that sometimes, like at certain points it feels like that. And so I just really try to remind people, because it's what I've experienced, is that this is truly a relationship, and these rules are actually not limitations at all, but they're setting us free. There's all of these really crazy, like upside down things, I think sometimes in Catholicism, where it doesn't make sense when you're not in it, but then once you live out these things that, God has asked us to, and these rules, right? I don't look at them that way. Then all of a sudden you're like set free to be who you're supposed to be, and to live a life that is not chained down by like all the hedonism I was talking about, and pleasure seeking, and all of that, and anxiety. So that's what I get a lot, is just, isn't this religion just full of rules? And isn't it like just old, and it doesn't apply to my life? And how does this even help me, right? And the thing is, like, the whole reason we have the church, the whole reason Jesus came down, right, to the earth, is to set us free. It's for us, right? I mean, so that's what I see a lot of the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to?
I was going to say, that's something you and I were talking about last night and the night before, is this concept of the rules being something that frees us. And many of us think, like you're saying, think of these rules as restrictions upon our own lives. Like, the rule prevents me from being happy.
Yeah.
If the point of life, if we don't have an end to life, if life is just this part of existence, then I need to be as happy as I can be. So it's in part a failure to recognize that there's an element to what we're going towards. We're moving to something. We're moving to an end. But these rules aren't restrictions. I mean, we live by rules. And I was sharing with you the other day, one of the best ways to think about this is the laws of gravity, right? We have laws which, without even thinking about it, restrict us. But by living by these laws, we're completely free. We're able to actually take these things, craft them into our own advantage, and learn to do something. We know examples of kids who think with the law of gravity, well, if I abandon that law of gravity, I go up that roof over there, and jump off, and I'll be able to fly. We all know what happens after that, right? The kid comes flying down, breaks a leg, is no longer happy, hates life, is miserable. We've learned to use the gravity to our advantage, and we're able to actually fly, succeeding in what we want to do. The laws, if used properly, bring us to a point. They help us achieve something, and no longer restrict us, but actually free us for that end. But we fail to recognize that there's an end to something, that the law of gravity is an end to something, that the laws of morality are an end to something. And we're so narrow-sighted on the point of today, that I want what's best for me in this moment, that we fail to recognize life is a movement towards a journey, to a completion, to an end.